Hello and welcome to the demo for 687 Days on Mars, where you are a lone survivor
Year
on Mars.
2037. As an astronaut and one of the most experienced engineers, I was chosen for humanity's first crewed mission to the Red Planet. The goal of the mission was to establish the first base on Mars with previously sent supply drops, set up infrastructure, and conduct research. The journey was long, but we finally arrived. Mars stretched beneath us, breathtaking and silent, until alarms shattered the calm. Following emergency protocols, I evacuated into lander, and I waited for the rest of the crew. They never arrived. Suddenly, the computer launched me toward the surface. I landed near the site. Contact with the station was lost. I was on Mars, forced to survive against the unknown. Two weeks on Mars. I didn't think I'd make it this far. The base is small but secure, and water extraction is running. My next goals: set up oxygen production, plant vegetables, and search for any supply drops. Still a lot ahead, but I'm surviving.
All right, let's get the jankiness out of the way. Left mouse button to interact with things. We've got some snacks, meatballs, just a lot of meatballs. All right, we need a bottle of water as well. No, we can't. All right, it seems like we don't have a shortness of water. Very cold on Mars, especially during the nights. To heat yourself outside the base, you need a charged battery. You can recharge battery in a battery recharger. All right. I just want to do the water first. I feel like it's kind of weird that we only have so many meatballs, but we apparently have an unlimited water supply. Alright, so I'm charging the batteries, but let's equip this guy. Now we got a small oxygen tank, which also needs to be kind of taken care of. And then, of course, charging the batteries. This process isn't bad or anything, but it definitely would feel a bit better if it was a multiplayer experience. Alright. I'll check out the tablet in just a second. Uh-oh, our consumption is higher than production. And that's oxygen. Oxygen is not doing too well. Each time you enter or leave the base, pressure has to be equalized. Assuming that is this. I didn't watch out for radiation. Alright. I mean, I feel like I should keep that open, maybe. Find basic building materials and cable in the storage. Alright, we got all kinds of good stuff. I got some cables. Everything has to be connected to the energy networks. Oh. That's kind of done. And we need to connect water storage. Yeah, cable. What's this? This is just like more cable, I guess. Where's water storage? Whatever this thing is already has a cable. Like, I don't need to connect it. The thing is, like, I don't know what some of these are. It doesn't really tell you, and I don't know what... We'll put this back. Let's see. You can go there. To use water in your base, you will have to connect a water storage via a cable. Where is the water storage? Like, it doesn't tell you what... Oh, this is a water connector. Okay, so this thing is connected to this thing, though. I mean, like, and this thing is connected to that thing. And that's obviously energy. These things are connected, though. The water connector is connected to my... The water connector is connected to the base. I'm very confused. Oh, wait, no, this is a water connector. Okay, whatever. It doesn't make any sense. I thought the blue thing was a water connector. We'll put you here and there. It works out like a charm. Now we need to connect the oxygen generator to oxygen storage, which I'm assuming is this guy. Not sure where oxygen storage is, but we'll figure it out. Oxygen connector to oxygen storage. Okay, so that works. It'll generate 100 oxygen. We still have a lot of oxygen. Everything is going really well here, I guess. Place the nuclear reactor blueprint. Alright. Place the blueprint. I don't really feel like a nuclear reactor should be right next to, my base, but it's whatever. We'll put it right here. Why not? We need one advanced construction module. I feel like we can only carry one thing at a time. Alright, yeah, seems like it. One of these. Okay, an advanced electric module. I do like that Mars isn't, completely red. Like, we get a little bit of a blue tint, which is what Mars is apparently like. A little lack of gravity. Alright, one nuclear reactor that needs to be connected to energy storage, which I'm assuming is this thing. Alright, so that's functional. Alright, now what? Put the car battery in the energy storage module. What car battery? No. I guess I'm like opening and closing doors when I shouldn't. Alright, to charge the battery, place it in the battery charger. It takes a while to fully recharge the battery. It's not recharging. Okay, there it goes, but this apparently doesn't have like all the oxygen, or not all the oxygen. This is definitely suffers from a lack of power. I think I'm going to need to build more stuff. Batteries in the car. Put the empty water barrels into the car. It's kind of a strange thing. I don't know why we're like doing all this. Like, I mean, I know we're gonna go exploring and do some stuff, but I'm not sure why putting water barrels in here is gonna make like a whole bunch of sense. Oh, we're traveling to a water extraction system. Well, let's refill our oxygen and our battery and everything. I don't know how long it's gonna take, so I do like that I can just kind of take this stuff and do it. All right. I'll leave this door open for funsies. Not much of a flashlight or headlights for this. Kind of sucks that the water extraction station is so far away. I suppose it can't be helped, but yeah, it just kind of sucks that it's so far away. They should have put the base over here closer to the water. Would make more sense. Got a lot of cool ice and stuff. All right. Get ourselves some water. And don't forget to take the refilled bottle of water. All right. Pretty easy overall. It looks like I can actually put 2 car batteries in here, which might be a useful thing for longer exploratory missions. It feels very much just like a survival game without much more to it. I think survival and crafting go hand in hand, and I feel as though without a degree of crafting, I'm not 100% sure sold on this experience. I mean, I love Mars, and the idea of going to Mars is pretty cool, and there hasn't really been a really good Mars survival game. I don't think, I mean, there's really Take on Mars, which I didn't think was all that good, and there were some other ones that I can't think of, but yeah. Alright. Loaded, go to the planter room. Alright, we are moving up in the world. So one thing I can say I don't like already is there's nothing that I've seen so far, and maybe there's something at a later point, but that's like a bathroom. I don't see anything so far that gives me a good idea of like how much I have of any given thing. Let's do ourselves a planter. Planter 1. Planter 2. A basic construction module and a basic electronic module. Put the plant container into the storage. What plant container? Oh, here we are. Alright, plant container is in there. Use the food storage panel. Alright. There's nothing in there. It's... Oh, there we go. Use the vegetable unload. I'm gonna do potatoes because that is the one that I feel is always, I think, super important. They say you can survive entirely off of potatoes. Alright, that's done. Use the meal preparation station. Press the start preparation button. What are we doing? A medium calorie meal? Ingredients. They misspelled ingredients. Alright, take out the meal, which is done through here. Alright, let's eat this, I guess. It does not really look very appealing whatsoever. So I'm supposed to find... What am I supposed to find? Find the supply lender. I guess that's signal detected Alpha 1? Okay. Oh, no. Let's go to sleep. We'll do it in the morning. 6 hours. Feel like that's enough sleep. Alright. My oxygen is pretty full, and so is energy. Like, I feel like we're good. Just kind of go somewhere. Alright, so it's not this direction, it is another one. There we go, straight ahead. Over the mountains. Not really like an easy to navigate location out here. This seems like it's going to be a little bit of a problem in traversing everything. I guess it's to take some more realistic approach to everything as opposed to like putting you on something like No Man's Sky wise, where you just land on a planet. You can easily gather every resource that you can find. But I feel like this way is not going to work. This is like a dead end, kind of, sort of. Yeah, it seems like it. I don't know. I have to drive around and try to figure this out. Who puts a base surrounded by rocks on all sides? Like, how could they possibly have decided that was a good idea? Ugh. Doesn't even fit through the thing there. Ugh, now I don't know. I just guess I'll go all the way around another path. I'll try to go whatever direction that is. And look for something that appears to be a path of travel or whatever. Like, I mean, it could be like over there on the left. I don't know. I know it's like over there on the right, but how to get there I haven't really figured out. I hope they have a plan to explain why something happened on the spaceship that we were on or whatever. And maybe provide us with like a little bit more details as to what's going to happen and everything. I don't know. We found the supply lander, I think. Still got enough oxygen and energy, so I feel like it should all kind of work out. Alright. Let's unload these construction materials. Okay. Food is damaged. We can't take that, unfortunately. Put the radar parts in a car. This is kind of, kind of silly. Advanced electric module, cables, reactor parts. Cables, big batteries, more batteries, advanced construction module. I don't know what is supposed to be the thing, and you can transport more materials to the car. All right, whatever. Apparently, this is what we're doing. Uh-oh, a sandstorm. We'll just take as much as we can. I don't know that I can take any more. I think we might be... we're full. Alright, we'll put this guy back in there and close this for protection. And, if we stay outside for too long, we'll lose health. So, we don't want to do that. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why are we losing health? It's not like the sand is getting into our suit and affecting our breathing. We're in a fully enclosed system, so I don't really understand how we're taking damage. I guess it's the radiation or something. Okay, can't go that way. I think after I get to base and I build the radar, I think I'll stop there. Like, I do think this is a pretty cool idea for a survival game. I do really like the idea of being on Mars and having to survive and do all kinds of stuff. I'm not really sure I'm a huge... we can fly a little bit? Oops. It's okay, weird. Anyway, I'm not really sure I'm a huge fan of some of the aspects here. The limitations on how much we can carry cargo-wise to do this means we're going to have like these long back and forth field trips of sorts. And, you know, it seems fine and everything, but the problem is Mars isn't exactly a visual masterpiece. Graphics are fine, it looks nice, but there's nothing but dirt and sand. It's not really all that enticing and entertaining to drive through, so... I feel like that'll get old pretty quick. Maybe over time you get new vehicles and you can carry more stuff or something. I don't know. But I'm sure there's some aspect that can kind of make it a little better. Be careful not to run out of base resources during sleep. Well, you know, that's a good thing to say, except for this one small matter of not having any idea of how I'm supposed to, like, ensure I have enough stuff. I'm not seeing any way, like, I mean, okay, so here's how I figure out how much we have of our stuff. We're still barely making enough oxygen. We don't make enough water. So yeah, anyway. We'll eat some food and drink some drink. Alright, so we can clean this, which apparently is going to take a little bit of time, but it helps the efficiency. That seems kind of, you know, realistic. Guess we're stuck doing this until it's done. Oh, maybe not. The nuclear reactor doesn't seem to require anything. Alright, so we need to build the radar, which I guess I'll just put right here in the way of everything else. And then we use resources from the radar drop. And an advanced construction module, which I don't think I pulled because I didn't, wasn't on the list of things to get. Radar needs a lot of energy to work. Use materials from the supply drop to build more energy production buildings. These. I think I still have a reactor part. Maybe I don't have another reactor part. This could be a mistake. Do I even have like a spot for another energy? Yeah, we do. I actually may not have another reactor, so this may be a fool's errand. I may not be able to actually build this. Advanced construction, advanced electric. Right, so I think I'm screwed. I don't think I have this stuff. I would have to go back to the place that I grabbed a bunch of the other stuff, which I don't really want to do at the moment. So, and this is empty. Nah, well, there's also like not a method here to show me the stuff that I need, like advanced construction module and reactor part. Theoretically, I will remember that, but there's a good possibility I will not. And if I, there's a good possibility I'm going to get back to the place that I need to pull stuff out of that ship. And not even have the things that I need because I didn't grab the right stuff because I forgot what I needed. There needs to be a way for you to kind of look and see what it is that you're trying to build. And a map would be nice too. Like a map would be super helpful. With a map I could look at this place and have an easier time of figuring out where everything was and where I needed to go. But we don't have that because I guess the scientists didn't think that through all the way. It's kind of crazy, you know. If we go to Mars, I think there's a lot of things that you're gonna want to think about. I feel like they would put like a you know, like a satellite in orbit that was able to give you something to give you a map. Maybe like I just feel like you're not gonna want to go to a planet without having some sort of map. Some unfinished rocks. How cool. I've already forgotten the stuff that I need. It's like an advanced something and another advanced something, which might be enough for me to remember close enough to what to get. But I don't know. I don't even know if it's gonna be enough energy in building another reactor. I feel like it might have to be something else in addition to it. All right. Advanced electric module. A big battery I don't really need. Just put that guy there. Advanced construction module. Put this away too. Only advanced stuff. That's what I need. Oh yeah, a reactor part. Again, I mean, I'm hoping this is gonna be enough, but maybe I can take like an additional one for fun. No. So you're limited to, only so much cargo space, which, the cargo space, I feel like it's realistic and it's okay from a realism kind of standpoint, but from a video game standpoint, it just means I don't have nearly enough stuff, and I'm just gonna be making these slow trips trying to do everything. There's a lot of maintenance on the energy upkeep as well, except for the generator, the nuclear reactor. But the problem with the nuclear reactor is I need all these particular things that I don't have room in my stupid little buggy to deal with. At least we don't need to eat and drink that much. Like, our dude doesn't get hungry until he's been doing it for a while, or lady, I don't know what it is. It could be a guy or a girl, or any variation thereof. But I guess it's just, I assume it's a dude because I'm a dude. This kind of makes logical sense that I'm playing a game where I'm a dude because I'm a dude. All right. Advanced electronics. I don't need just the advanced construction module. And one reactor part. I'm hoping this is going to be enough power to do all this. I guess we're going to just run this dedicated from the reactor to the radar. I mean, I feel like I could have also... apparently we don't have anything stored now. I feel like I could have taken the cable from here, connected it to the energy storage thing here, and then connected it to the radar, but I'm assuming it just makes more sense to have the radar powered on its own to ensure that it's good to go or whatever. We go check out that storage over here. Grab the stuff out of it. Looks like it's just... What? I had a reactor part here the whole time. If I'd have known that, I would have got 2 of the advanced doohickeys. Yeah, that would have been really useful. Then I could make another nuclear generator. I guess the wind on Mars isn't actually fast enough for windmills or anything, but
The radar blinks. An unknown signal. Out there on the Martian plain. No pattern, no explanation. Just possibility.
aliens.
What have I found?
Oh, now they got me like pulled in. Like I can't just quit now unless that's the end of the demo. Figures it's the end of the demo. Well, they brought me back in there at the end because I want to know what's there. Could be aliens, and aliens are always kind of cool to run into. Anyway, links in the description. I encourage you to try the demo for yourself. It's a pretty good time. It's just, you know, little minor complaints.